Hey guys, Matt Johnson here, and on today's episode we are going to be taking a look at the FanMis Binary Watch. Is it any good, and is it the watch of the future? Let's find out. Time's a ticking, so let's get stuck in. Hey guys, I'm Matt Johnson and I'm your host of my YouTube channel Beer and Watches, where I bring you the very best in watch news, watch reviews and craft beer brews every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. I would love you to become a part of my Beer and Watches family. I know you're thinking, why should I join? What is the point? There's a million YouTube channels out there. Well, if you love craft beer and you love watches, then this is the channel for you. I'm releasing videos 3 times a week without fail. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button over there to the right of the screen, or if you're watching this on your mobile device, hit the subscribe button below this video. Unless, of course, you're watching the video this way, then you have to turn your phone this way and it will appear as if by magic. Anyway, all that being said, today I am reviewing this. This is the Binary Watch from FanMis. Is the build quality good, and how easy is it to read the time? We're going to answer all those questions and more right now. So follow me and my man bun. Let's turn this camera around and take a close-up look at the watch. All right, guys, here it is, the Binary Watch from FanMis. Now, FanMis, first of all, is the company that I find produces this watch when I found it on Amazon. But I've also noticed that other companies produce it as well. Basically, it's a Chinese watch brand. This is not an expensive watch. This comes in at 25 bucks Canadian, $15 US, about 12 euros. If you get it on Prime, it's got free shipping. This is not going to break the bank, but it is a fun watch, and you can tell that by the packaging. Check this out. Fashion watches, lots of bubbles on there. What are they? Bubbles? Clown noses? I have no idea. But anyways, again, if you want like the latest Rolex Breitling, this is not the watch for you. But if you want a bit of fun on your wrist and something that's going to get noticed and won't break the bank and can add to your fun watch collection, then this certainly is for you, and I kind of enjoy it. You know, I showed you it on my wrist already, but I wanted to kind of give you the full unboxing experience that I got when I purchased the watch. We'll take a look inside. First of all, we have the lovely instruction booklet, and this shows you everything here. It shows you all the functions of the watch, how to set the watch, how to tell the time. Certainly does the job quite well. It also tells you how to take out links, and I guarantee you are going to have to do that because I have a 7.5-inch wrist, but when I received this watch, it was huge. The actual watch strap itself would have been great for a giant, so you are going to need to take out links, but fortunately they give you a little link remover tool, which is very nice of them, especially at this price point. And what you can see in there is the link that I took out to make the watch fit me, and the little pin that came loose as well. So putting those aside, in here we have the watch. It's got a little foam packaging in there, which is nice at this price point. It means that it's going to arrive to you in one piece and protected. I can't tell you how many cheap watches I purchased on Amazon for fun and they arrive broken because they're not well packaged, but this one certainly is. So here it is. We'll do a close-up on it. This again is the FanMis brand Binary Watch, available on Amazon.com, Amazon.ca, certainly Amazon.co.uk, and any other Amazon version website you can think of in the world. Just type Binary Watches into the search on Amazon and you'll find this watch. On the left side of the watch here, you can see it says hour, and we have the indices from 1 all the way down to 12, and then we have AM and DT. I'll explain what they're for in a second. And then on the right here, you can see it says minutes, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then we go from 1 to 9. If I initially press the top button here, you can see the digits there on the Binary Watch. These actually glow a lot brighter when you see this live in natural light than they're actually showing up on camera here. The numbers on the face here are quite small. However, I'm going to show you how to read those even if you can't see the numbers. Before we get into actually reading and telling the time on this watch and also setting the watch, let's take a look at the watch case. You know, it's nothing fancy, it's not expensive. I'm presuming that it's a stainless steel. It's certainly got a stainless steel case back here. which has got little screws there to screw it down. It does say, if we can get a focus on this, that it's stainless steel back, water resistant. I'm not sure what the water resistance is, but it's not going to be good for swimming or diving. It's just going to be good for maybe a splash of water when you're washing the dishes, something like that. It's got kind of a coating on it. I think it's a PVD coating on stainless steel is what I would presume. Got kind of a plastic feeling finish about it, but it is a metal PVD finish. The clasp on the back of this is not signed, but it's a push button deployant clasp. It works. You know, you can't actually click this back in without pressing the buttons. You got to press those to lock it shut again, but it certainly works, does the job. Again, at the price point, I don't expect too much more. It has two buttons on the side here. The top one is for activating the time and then also the date. And I know that looks like a complete mess of lights and it's like, what date is that showing me? Trust me, I thought the same when I first looked at it. The bottom one here is for setting the time and the date, and I'll show you how that works. I'll show you a shot of it here on wrist. Again, I removed a link so that it would actually fit on my wrist. I've not got it too tight, so you can see it's still a little loose, got some space in there. It could maybe do with another link taken out, but I kind of like that it sits loose on the wrist. As you can see, it's a wide strap on this. I'm going to show you some measurements of the case and the watch band using my trusty measuring tool here. First of all, the case width comes in at 31 millimeters. The lug to lug on this comes in at 51 millimeters. We've got a case thickness on this at the thickest point of 13.8, so 14 millimeters. As you can see, it's a curved case, so from the thickest point, that is 14 millimeters. The face on this is glass. I expect it to be like a Hardlex crystal. It's not sapphire or anything like that. And it doesn't have an anti-reflective coating, but that is definitely glass, not plexiglass. The watch strap width here is 24 millimeters, bang on the nose. You're not going to be able to change the strap on this because, as you can see, the band is integrated into the watch itself, so that's going to make it very difficult to change the strap on this. It's quartz, obviously. It's got the LEDs, push button deployant, and the battery in this is a LR44 battery, I believe. I tried to get the back off this. I have got small screwdrivers, but I couldn't get those out. It seems that they're jammed up a little bit, so I couldn't get the back off to take a look at the actual movement inside. I just know that it's a quartz Japanese movement, but other than that, I couldn't tell you exactly what the movement is. Let's take a look at actually setting the time on this. So basically, if I press the top button, it's going to give me the time. You can see on the left, it shows you the hour, so that would be 1 o'clock. And then here it shows you the tens and then the minutes. So that would be 10 plus 1 is 11 o'clock. So that would be 1:11. All right, that's the time. If that was on the 20, then it would be 21, if it was on the 30, 31, etc. If you're in the single digits, it doesn't show the 10 light, it just shows the singles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it goes through the hours. If this AM light is on, that would mean right now it is AM, and if it's not on, that means it's PM. All right, so that's how you tell the time on it. If you press this button again, it will give you the date, and this is in months. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th month is September. 10 plus 5 is 15, so it's September 15th, and DT means date. Now, to set this, basically what you do is you press the button at the bottom. When you press this at the bottom, it brings everything up. You press it again, and then you cycle through the hours. So now that will be all the way up to 10, 11, 12, and then it will bring up AM because now we're going through the AM hours. Once we've gone through those, that AM will disappear, and now we're back into the PM hours. We press it again to cycle over to the minutes. So right now we could go 10 plus 3 is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, then it will go to 20, go through again, then it will go to 30, go through again, then it will go to 40, etc., etc. And when we get into the single digits, 50 right now, when we get to the single digits, then it just starts showing up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. I'm going to set this back to about 10, 12, which is what it is right now. You press it again, we go into the day. Again, you cycle through the months here. So right now it's the 9th month, which is September. then we press it again, we go over to the date, you cycle through those, set the date, and press it again to set. Once it's blank on there, you simply press the top button to bring up the time, which is right now 1:12. Press it again to bring up the date, and then you leave it, and after a few seconds it shuts off. Kind of a cool watch. And you know what? I think for the $15 US that this is, it's a good little watch. It's a fun watch. People are going to ask you about it. Now, what do you do if you can't see those numbers, or at nighttime when you can't see those numbers? As a matter of fact, I wish these numbers glowed so that you could see them in the night, but you actually can't. So the way that I tell the time is just to count the blue digits. So on here, I can tell that's 1 already. I know the one at the top here is the 10s, and I know these start at 1 and go to 3. So I could tell in the dark that that's 1:13. That gets a little more complicated the more glowing lines you have on the left. But you know what? If you've got, say, 9 on here and you start to count them and it shuts off, then you can always press this button again and continue counting. So you can just, it takes a little longer to tell the time, but just by counting the glowing lines, you can figure out what time it is in the dark without actually reading these. Or if your eyesight's bad and you can't read these small indices on the sides, you can actually figure it out that way just by counting the glowing lines. It's pretty straightforward, really. That's the binary watch, and that's a look at it, guys. I think it's a pretty fun little watch, and you know what? Worth 15 bucks of anybody's money. Now, also, let's take a look on Amazon here. You can see that this watch is available in this black. It is also available in gold. It is also available in a stainless steel finish, just in case you want to try different looks on the watch. That is a close-up look at the FanMist watch. Will you buy one? Well, that's up to you. You know, guys, it's only 15 bucks US on Amazon.com, which is about 25 bucks Canadian, or about 12 euros. It's worth having a go. And on Amazon Prime, you get free shipping. Hey, you get a cool watch. It's kind of a talking point. This watch does get noticed on the wrist, so that is worth having for sure. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Happy Wednesday. You made it halfway through the week. See you again on the next episode on Friday. And don't forget to subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, and leave a comment in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, tell me what you enjoyed about it. Tell me if you're going to buy one of these watches. I'd love to know. That's it, guys. Enjoy your Wednesday. We'll see you again on Friday. And if you haven't seen it yet, click on this video right here. That one's a doozy. And click on the Beer and Watches logo right there to subscribe. Take care. I'm Matt Johnson, and we'll see you Friday. Bye for now.